Guys, do you find yourself taking profit too soon? I'm going to go ahead and show you something that I've discovered using support and resistance that you can use, and this is a breakout trading strategy that you can implement to hold trades longer. Okay, so check this out. First, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put your mark of resistance. We're using the most recent, right? Here's the resistance, and we're going to wait for this to break. Okay, and this is if we were long bias. If we were short bias, we're actually going to mark the support, right? So let's go ahead and mark the resistance. I'm long bias, and we're going to wait for the break of this resistance. There's the break. I classify that as a break. And now, here's where it gets interesting. Okay, as soon as it breaks, you're going to immediately get in. As soon as it breaks, no questions asked, I'm immediately in the trade. Green line represents my entry. Okay, and your stop loss is going to be placed at the most recent support that has pushed in and broke the resistance. So here we go, most recent support there. Okay, orange line is going to be our stop loss here. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do this again now. So now we're going to be waiting for another resistance to come up. I can call that a resistance. Now, when we have a point here that a couple candles are failing to get through, I'm going to call that a resistance. Or if we have a really sharp, hard selling, I'm going to call that a resistance here, okay? We're going to wait for the break again. There's the break. We have a nice wick above it. I'm going to move my stop loss to the most recent support that broke into the resistance, which is right here. This is the low that pushed into the resistance. Let's move on. And I'll show you guys what kind of moves you can capture this. So there's another resistance there. We'll mark the resistance. And we're waiting on the break there. But actually, it looks like we got stopped out here. Okay, so we're going to say we got stopped out. That's fine. No more green. We are out, but we actually got out for a win here. So let's keep it moving. And I'm going to wait for this resistance again to break. Boom. And now we're back in with the entry. Remember, this is if we're long bias. Okay, we're back in with the entry. Wait for the next resistance. Oh, sorry, we're at the entry. We're going to put a stop loss at the support that broke into the resistance, which is this here. Wait for the next resistance. There's a resistance. Wait for the resistance to break before we move our stop loss, guys. Here we go. There's the break. Moving our stop loss up to the support that broke into the resistance. Watch for the next resistance. Okay, there's a couple candle resistance there. I'm going to move it up here. Wait for that break. There's the break. We're going to move our stop loss to the support that broke into the resistance, which is right here. Stopped out. Good deal, okay? So that's a pretty good trade there. We actually managed to get that 204 entry into, look at that, 217. And it looks like that was actually, yeah, that was actually the top for a while. So, and in fact, I can actually go short here when I see this break. If I see this break of my stop loss, I could say, wow, I actually want to get short here. So what I would do is I'd go short here. And I put my stop loss at the resistance, which is what we have now. And I would wait for a new support to happen. So let's make this the support, and this one's going to be our stop loss. Wait for a new support to happen. Here's a support, and we're going to wait for the support to break, or we get stopped out. Those are the only times we're taking or we're exiting trade, right? Either we get stopped out or the support breaks. So wait for the support to break. Boom. Okay. Now we're going to be putting our stop loss at the resistance that broke into the support. Okay, here we go. Let's continue. Wait for the new support to form, which is going to be a couple candles. There we go. That's a nice, strong support there. Moving our support. And we're going to wait for this support to break before we move our stop loss. There's the break. Move our stop loss at the resistance that pushed into the support right there. Now, because this is if we're going short. So let's continue here until we get stopped out. There's a nice support there. Move our support, and if we break this 165, we're going to be looking for the resistance that, there we go, look for the resistance that broke into the support, which I'd like to say is this candle here, or you can even put this candle, but we're going to say this candle here. We're going to wait for another support to be formed. There's support. We'll say that one, right? That candle there. And we're going to be waiting to have this support broken to move our stop loss in. And if we get stopped out, we're going to be going long. Boom. So we're stopped out. We take the money. Now we're going to be going long. And we're going to be moving our stop loss at the support that broke into the resistance. So this is now the resistance. Here is our support slash stop loss. Let's keep going here. Either stopped out or we create a new resistance and we break out. So we're watching for a new resistance now. I like that resistance. Watching for this, or here we go. Move it up to the support that broke into the resistance here. Here we go. Let's continue. Watch for a new resistance. There we go. Watch for that break. There's the break. We'll move our stop loss at the support that broke into the resistance. Watch for a new resistance. There it is. Watch for this break, or we get stopped out, right? There's the break. We're going to be moving our stop loss at the support that broke into the resistance. Watch for a new resistance. There we go. Watch the break. There's the break. Move our stop loss at the support that broke into the resistance. And we're stopped out. Okay, and let's see what actually happens. So not bad. We actually could have had a wider stop there, but guys, you can see, I mean, we still managed to get a good amount of the trade there. So this is a great strategy that you can trade, and so you're no longer profit taking, right? Profit taking means you do this. Profit taking means you have lines or you have a trend, you know, and you're looking for, you're saying if it hits this, I'm going to take the money. So imagine if, let's see, we actually got stopped out here, but imagine if we said we're going to buy this dip going back into this resistance and I'm going to take the money at the resistance, right? We would have missed some risk here because it wasn't showing that we failed support. So that's what profit taking means. Profit taking means we have a price target, right? This is not a price target strategy. This is a strategy where you're looking for the fail of the support if you're going long, or the fail of the resistance if you're going short, and you're only taking the money if it breaks your stop loss. That's it, and you're moving your stop ups. This is a great way to catch the entire move, guys, if you put your stop loss accordingly, or you can catch a good amount or save yourself risk, because we got stopped out here and it went sideways for a while after continuing higher, or before continuing higher, right? So this is a great way to trend trade, or if you want to catch the bottom with low risk, you could be adding, right? Let's say I want to get in here and I wanted to catch the bottom with low risk, and we broke out here. I can move my stop loss here, and I can add on the next break, and same thing, move my stop loss, add on the next break, you know, same thing, and I could continue the trade like this and get a bigger trade, and that's a great way to average in, because you'll be creating an average that is going to be harder to move the more that it goes up, right? So anyways, guys, what a fantastic strategy, I think, and I hope you guys learned something from this, how to catch a good part of the move, guys. I mean, obviously we didn't catch the entire move, but you can catch quote unquote the entire move depending on where you put your stop loss, right? And obviously that's with anything, but this really does work if you learn how to, you know, what's a more significant support. Like that's a really significant support there, and obviously this is hindsight, but that's a pretty good support there, right? So I encourage you to do this instead of profit taking, right? I think this is much better than just saying, oh, it's at my previous resistance, or it's at my previous resistance, I'm going to take the money. Like, this would be a previous resistance. I'm going to take the money. Guys, no. We want to be watching and moving our stop losses up, and that's going to help a lot. Okay, and this is on Meta. You're watching Meta from 2020 to approximately around 2022. But guys, anyways, thanks for watching. I hope this helped. I made a video yesterday, and I was kind of going crazy because I found this really great breakout strategy, and I was like, and I was going crazy. So this is a more clean, concise version of that video yesterday. If you want to go watch that video, you can see what I mean. But yeah, definitely check out this breakout strategy. Learn how to move the stops up, guys. That's what's very important. And you can get great risk to rewards. All right? Have a good day.